What if I told you there's a market in Thailand where a train passes so close you can almost touch it? And half hour away, there's another market where vendors cook full meals on boats floating down narrow canals. Today, we're visiting two of Thailand's most famous markets in one day. But here's the real question. Are they authentic cultural experiences or just tourist traps? Welcome to Panda Family Travels, and let's find it out. Most tours combine these two stops into one convenient day trip. You can book a private car, join a group tour, or rent a car if you're comfortable driving. The journey can be 1.5 to 2 hours from Bangkok, depending on traffic, and that is the reason why we chose to get tour package since it won't be easy to manage via DIY. Please see the link of the tours we used in the description. First is the Maeklong Railway Market. This is the most famous railway market in Thailand. You've probably seen it all over social media where a train literally passes straight through the middle of the market. Here's some fun trivia. It is one of the only markets in the world operating directly on active railway tracks. I'll be honest, if you're looking for a quiet, peaceful market experience, this isn't it. But if you want to witness something truly unique, where umbrellas fold down in seconds and a train squeezes past fresh produce just inches away, then this is absolutely the place to visit. You can either walk along the railway tracks through the market or stand near the station to watch the train arrive, which I highly recommend for the full dramatic experience. One of the biggest questions people ask, what can you actually buy here? Okay, let's discuss and find it out. First are freshly cooked Thai foods. You can expect your classic Thai market and street food options like pad Thai, Thai basil chicken over rice, grilled pork skewers, fresh seafood, Thai desserts, and iced Thai milk tea. You can also find fresh produce and seafoods. This is an actual local wet market. So you'll see fresh shrimp and squid, whole fish laid directly beside the tracks, crabs and shellfish, fresh vegetables and herbs, chili paste and curry ingredients. Everything is incredibly fresh, and yes, it gets moved just seconds before the train arrives. You can also find here some souvenirs and market goods like t-shirts and casual clothing, handmade bags, local snacks, spices and dried fruits, and some small Thai souvenirs. Prices here are generally more local compared to big tourist markets, but always carry small cash. As you explore, you may notice vendors pulling down awnings and moving goods away from the tracks. That's because the train is coming. When the signal sounds, everything shifts into action mode. Vendors quickly retract their umbrellas and slide baskets back from the rails. Within seconds, the train slowly rolls through, just inches from the stalls and visitors. It's honestly surreal. Once the train passes, everything pops back open like nothing happened. This happens several times a day, so make sure to check the train schedule before you go. Now let's talk about the brief history. The railway line running through Maeklong was completed in the early 1900s to connect local fishing communities with Bangkok. Instead of relocating when the railway was built, vendors adapted, setting up directly along the tracks. Over time, the market became known locally as Talad Hub, which means umbrella pull-down market. What started as a practical local fresh market eventually became one of Thailand's most photographed attractions. Even today, it still serves locals buying their daily groceries, not just tourists. Pro tip: arrive at least 20 to 30 minutes before the train arrival to secure a safe viewing spot. Stand behind the red line and follow staff instructions. The train passes extremely close. Mid-morning tends to be busiest, so if you prefer fewer crowds, aim for the earlier train times. Some people say Maeklong Railway Markets is touristy. And yes, it has become very popular. But unlike other markets, this one still feels authentic because locals genuinely shop here every day. If you want something you truly cannot see anywhere else in the world, this is iconic. From steel tracks to wooden boats, Damnoen Saduak Floating Market. This is the most famous and most touristy floating market in Thailand. You've probably seen in postcards, travel magazines, and even movies. Here's some fun trivia. It is one of Thailand's oldest continuously operating floating markets. I'll be honest, if you're looking for a hidden gem, this isn't it. But if you want the full classic floating market experience, complete with those long wooden claw boats, then this is the place to visit. You can either walk along the main pier area or take a boat ride deeper into the smaller canals, which I highly recommend for the full experience. One of the biggest questions people ask, what can you actually buy here? Here you'll find freshly cooked Thai foods. You can expect your classic Thai street food options like both noodles, pad Thai, coconut pad cakes, grilled seafood, mango sticky rice, fresh coconut ice cream served in a coconut shell. There are also tropical fruits. Thailand is so famous for fruit and you'll see boats loaded with it. Fruits like mangoes, mangosteen, rambutan, durian, bananas, and pomelo. You can also find here souvenirs and handmade goods like wooden carvings, hand-woven hats, elephant print pants, handmade soaps, Thai spices, coconut sugar products, artworks and paintings, mostly of elephants and Buddha. Prices here are usually higher than local markets, so friendly bargaining is expected. As you explore, you may notice people offering animal photo opportunities. You might see handlers with snakes, and sometimes even slow lorises. Vendors allow visitors to pose with them for a small fee. These animals are often illegally captured for the wild for tourist photos. So if you see slow lorises being offered for photos, I strongly recommend not participating because they are nocturnal and being handled in bright daylight is very stressful and harmful to them. Now let's talk about the brief history. Damnoen Saduak dates back to the reign of King Rama IV in the mid-19th century. The canal was commissioned to connect Maeklong River with the Chin River, improving trade and transportation. At that time, canals were Thailand's highways. People lived, worked, traded, and even cooked entirely on the water. The floating market we see today began gaining popularity in the 1960s when Thailand opened more to international tourism. While it has evolved and become more tourism-focused over the years, it still reflects Thailand's deep canal culture, especially in central provinces. Pro tip: water traffic congestion can occur at very busy time, usually at mid-mornings. But everyone has cool head and very friendly, so we recommend you to come early morning if you hate crowds and enjoy the market at its best. Some people say Damnoen Saduak is touristy, and yes, it is. But it is also colorful, lively, and very photogenic. So if you want something more local and less crowded, there are other floating markets closer to Bangkok. But for a first visit, this is iconic. So, are these markets touristy? Yes. Are they authentic? In their own way, also yes. Maeklong shows adaptability, Damnoen Saduak shows heritage. One runs on steel rails, the other floats on water. Both tells a story about Thailand's trading culture, just in very different ways. So if it's your first visit to Thailand, these two markets are iconic. If this video gives you idea about the famous markets, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel guides. And let us know in the comments, what do you plan to buy when you come here? See you on the next adventure. Ciao!